Hi, welcome to the Genome Writers Guild 2021 Public Platform Webinar. Today I'm going to take you through some of the functionality of Remo so that you are set up for success whenever our conference happens next week, July 28th, 29th, and 30th. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our main conference page. If you are a registered attendee of the Genome Writers Guild 2021 conference, you should have been able to navigate to our conference website. Registered users will have received a password in order to use this login button here. Conference login. You'll enter the password you received in your email, and then you'll be able to be taken to the conference website. So on this conference website, you'll see a screenshot of what the floor plan looks like within Remo, and also some Remo quick start tips. So very important is that Google Chrome seems to be the browser that works the best with Remo functions. I've also had luck with Firefox if you're having trouble with Google, or if that's your preferred browser. Remo does not support mobile devices. You will want to use a laptop or a desktop or a tablet in order to join our events. You can connect with a phone, but it really makes the whole experience a big struggle. So if you want to join with ease and be able to take advantage of all of the platform functions, I would highly suggest a laptop or desktop. You need to do a couple of things within your security system on your computer in order to allow a web browser to use your camera and microphone. You can adjust this information under system preferences and privacy settings. Whenever you log in for the first time, you can check your AV here and just make sure that everything is looking good ahead of joining. You should get green checkboxes and everything. Okay, so the final thing is to mention that within Remo, there's this button that is for needing help. And if you type your question into this chat box within Remo, you will be able to get some assistance from technicians from the Remo side of things. They're available pretty much 24/7, and the response time is about 2 or 3 minutes. So really great asset there. Other things that you can find on this conference login page is the link to join this webinar, which you have hopefully figured out, a link to view the abstract book on our website. This has every speaker's title and their bio, and then if they had a abstract and the title of their talk, that's also available there. Okay, in the site you also have the links for various sessions. These buttons that are in squares here take you to Remo events. You'll see session 1 to 3 is on this one. The poster session is on this one, and sessions 4 to 5 are on this one of Wednesday, July 28th. You'll also have a quick download for the program for the day. This is a one-page document. It's just an easy way to keep track of our events. And then you also will have a link here to our poster session. Same is true for July 29th for Thursday's events. Same is true for July 30th, Friday's events. However, on Friday during the break, we don't have a poster session. We have a live Q&A with Allison Van Enneman, who was a key participant in the film Food Evolution being made. Okay, so this is most of the information you would need. Down here, you'll also see that I've provided a couple of platform tutorial videos. And this one is for poster session presenters, but there's a lot of valuable information in these areas. I will also be posting this video in this platform tutorial video section later in the day on Wednesday, July 21st. So if you'd like to revisit this demo, you can do so by finding the video here. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is what it looks like to join an event. So I'm going to now paste the link for today's webinar into my browser. You'll be taken to the system check area. It looks like everything's good. Now we hit join event. And you can see that I'm now in this conference floor plan. Right, so if you'd like to move the floor plan around to get a better view, you can click down and hold. You can move it however you would like. If you'd like to zoom in so you can read the tables better, you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse, or you can use the key command, command minus or plus, in order to zoom in and out. Right. So I'm going to do, let's just give ourselves a really good view here. We're going to go over some of the functions that you'll see within our space. First of all, this is the conference floor. It's this area with all the tables and chairs. Within Remo, what you'll do is you'll move between tables in order to discuss research or chat with other attendees at your own will whenever we are not having an active session. So let's say I wanted to move over here, I would double click, and I would be in this room talking to the other people that are sitting on these chairs. Right, so this is the sort of conversation area, and this is a special area that's called the stage, where only our invited speakers are able to join. So you see if I try to go there, I'm a host, and so I can go up there, but you probably would not be able to enter that space due to clearances. Okay, so the next thing we have is this billboard here. Just gives you some information about today's events. Use the billboards at the top and bottom of the floor plan to jump. Use flash talks on the video screen on the left. All right, so this is the video screen that we're talking about. You can watch what is on this video screen at any time at your own leisure. Currently, I have a video of our keynote speaker, Sean Otto, up there. So if you'd like to hear a little bit more about what Sean will be talking about in his session on Wednesday evening, you can watch that. In our actual events, this area will have the flash talks for all of the posters on that day, or it will have a video trailer of some kind. All right, if you go over here, you can see that we have some information. It looks like sponsors. So let's click here, right? Okay, so this is something about the Institute for Engineering and Medicine. And if I click here, I can find out more about IM, which will open in a new website, web page. That's great. So we can find out more about these funders of our conference. So back to event. All right, so this one, Combinetics, has an ad here. Okay, so I could click here and it would open the Combinetics website. And then I would go back to the event. All right, so I'm just going to get my browser window back to 100% and then zoom out so you get the best resolution. Okay, so the other thing to note about our conference space is that this is floor 1. So in order for you to have some space to move between tables, we have to have multiple floors. So we can only fit about 80 people on this floor. So what Remo does is as you're entering the space, it will fill about half of the space up first, and then it'll start moving to new floors. Yes, go to another floor. And it'll start filling this space so that we have a maximum capacity for our event of about 800 people. So whenever you join your event, you might notice that this, 7 over here on the floor is highlighted. Whichever number is highlighted in blue, that is the floor that you are on. So for example, if you're a speaker and you need to get to the stage is actually on floor 1. You can see it on floor 7, but you can't actually get to it. So if you're a speaker and you're trying to get to floor 1, you click here, yes, go to another floor, and then you click up on the stage. Now, let's say I have a friend or a colleague in the event that I want to meet up with and be able to have a small group discussion between sessions. What I would do is I would hit chat. I could then search by name to see if I could find Newbie, Alex Newbie. Yep, I can see her here. Hi, can we meet on floor 1? Right. So then she could respond to me and we could try to find each other on floor 1. All right, so that's a quick way to be able to find someone. And you can say, oh, meet me at the IDT table or meet me at table 14. And so that's a good way for you to be able to find people and have an experience of this conference as though it was more of a in-person event, allowing you to have those small group discussions. Okay, so you'll see that now I've had a friend join me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over to this table and click to join. Hi. So I've now met up with my friend at this table, and we're going to go over a couple of things. The first of which is how to be able to see my pal here better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on her image, and you'll see that it goes large in my screen. And then if I want to minimize it again, I will just hit this button back to floor. Okay, so that's how you zoom in on some people. The other thing you can do is you can hit this tile view, which will bring up everyone who is at your table in sort of a Brady Bunch style. Okay. So another thing that we're going to go over is how to use the virtual whiteboards. These will be, I think, of the most importance during our poster session. But what we do is you hit more at the bottom here, and then you hit whiteboard. And you'll see that a Miro whiteboard opens up. So what we can do is Alex and I can come in here and we can share research, draw things. Maybe we need to type something. The other thing I could do is, let's say I had some data I wanted to share. I could drag and drop a file from my desktop into this area. So you can see I've brought in Jitesh Kumar's poster. Another cool thing about this area is that you can zoom in. So let's say Jitesh wanted to load in a larger file. I could be able to see this a little bit better. And then you can also zoom out. As you can see, Alex is using the green pen. I'm going to switch to this blue pen so you can see the difference. So I'm blue, and Alex, you're green. Can you draw something new? Perfect. Okay, so that's how the virtual whiteboard works. I'm just going to close this for now. And then the final thing I'm going to show you today is what it looks like to present. So I'm going to hit this present button. And since I'm a conference organizer, I have this button and I have the ability to present. Whenever I click this, I'm going to take over the video screen of everyone within the conference. So let's see what that looks like. We're going to start it in 30 seconds. So as an attendee, you will see this countdown. That means that you've got 25 seconds to chat with someone ahead of the session starting. So this is a good time to wrap up conversations or figure out where you're going to meet with somebody during the next break before you are paying attention to what the speakers have to say. 2, 1, go. Oh, I don't need to record it. Okay, so at this point, this is what the present mode looks like from a speaker's point of view. I have a chat window. I have participants, so I can see who's in the room. And then there's this Q&A. So as an attendee, if you can ask any questions that you have for presenters in the Q&A, that would be fantastic. I'm going to put a question in there. Do you like cats? This is something that you can ask for, further information about research. Hit ask, and then you can choose to ask anonymously, or you can ask as a person. Oh, I see. Alex has a quote. That's actually a really good question. I'm going to upvote it just so I can, I also really want to know who likes cats and who doesn't. Okay, so this is something that you can use to communicate with the speakers. So when will my next talk be? This is the final webinar before our event. So the next talk will actually on Wednesday morning on July 28th at 8:30, which is the beginning of the Junior Writers Guild Conference and the beginning of session 1 of day 1. So since I am a organizer, I'm just going to mark that as answered and it'll go away. Right, so this is what it looks like. And the chat, this is a good place to just make comments like, Alex, I really like your hair today. So this isn't a call to action and there's no way to upvote it. It's just information. So if you really liked speakers talk, or if you just have some random comment, you can put this into the chat. You can see other participants in this tab. All right, so the purpose of the demo, I'm just going to hit present off at this point. And then what will happen is that I'm going to go back to the floor. And then we're here. And we can see everyone again, and things are good. Okay, so I think that about wraps up what I need from this part of the demo. Alex, thank you for joining us, and we'll continue on with the presentation shortly. Thanks so much for attending our platform webinar for the Junior Writers Guild 2021 conference. At this point, I'm going to stop presenting and return to the floor. If you have questions or concerns, please find me in the floor plan or send me a chat so that I can find you and we'll get your questions answered. This presentation will also be loaded onto the conference website past the area where you have to log in. So if you need to refer back to this to refresh your memory about any of the features that we covered today, feel free to find that there. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.